Okay guys, I'm back, and I'm doing a video that honestly I don't want to do. I do not want to be making this video right now. And I still, sitting here, am not entirely sure how I'm supposed to make this video, or what I'm about to say, or how this is going to go down. Because, let me tell you what this video is not. This video is not a video to slam a person, okay? This is not a video of taking sides in a matter, and I want that up front. So as you're watching this is not a fuck that guy video, okay? And this is not a video about me saying believe this over this or listen to this over this, all right? I'm not sure how much of this I'm going to edit out and how much I'm going to leave in. I want you guys to see that I'm anguished over being in this position and doing this video. And I could have, and some of you might comment, well then just don't do it. I get it. I could have just sat on the sidelines and not had anything to do with this. Drama is drama, and nobody, well, some people do want to be a part of it. I don't want any part of it. But the thing is, I feel like I have a responsibility to participate in this in some way, because we're talking about an issue that I previously took part in, okay? And like, let's just introduce it. So the Poor Man's Preparing, PMP, is a brand that I, once upon a time on this channel, I didn't promote in the way of, like, you know, promotional stuff. I promoted it because I spent the money on it, like I do with so many products on this channel, okay? You guys know that my policy is, like, I do not, only now, currently in this day and age, in August of 2021, do I really seriously entertain any kind of sponsorship or placement or anything like that, and that's only to keep the channel running, like, you know, to support it. I prefer to either pay out of pocket for products to keep their, I don't want there to ever be any questions for the integrity of a review or a video that I do. I don't want anybody to be like, oh, you just like that because the company gave it to you, or you just, you know, you're sponsored by somebody so you have to say this or that or whatever. So when I introduced the prep box, the PMP box, and the budget blade box and all that stuff, I was paying for that out of my pocket. We're talking a year or two ago, and I went on the record, on video, my face, my voice, my review, saying it was a good product and a good value, and I thought it was a good box. I stopped paying for that box, not because of any drama with the guy or the product or anything like that. It was financial. It was just because, like, I am not in a, and I say this all the time, when I was an active duty service member, and in the time, you know, immediately when I just got out, I had a lot more money to throw around, and I could afford a lot more stuff than I can right now. So I often have to make these decisions of where am I going to put money that I think is best spent for things for this channel. And unfortunately, I could not just keep throwing money down in that box. I thought that I gave it a good run. I liked the stuff in it, and I showed you guys the box, and it was time to move on to something else. End of story. That was the only reason why I stopped getting that box. In the time since then, I have not really kept tabs. And I have recently been approached by multiple people. And so I need you guys to understand, this is not one person that says, I have a problem. And sometimes, believe me, I do get these kind of messages sometimes, like, you know, people, if I do a video where a company has sent a sample, or I'm trying to think of something where, like, I have a working relationship with a company and somebody has said, I ordered something and I wasn't happy, and can you talk to them? And I'm like, dude, flattered that you think I have that power, but 99% of the time I don't. Every once in a while, a company where I personally can interact with somebody, if I can step in and talk to somebody, I will. But sorry, I totally lost track of thought because I'm still honestly, like, I have anxiety going into doing this because this is not a position anybody should want to be in. So this is not a case of one person sent me a message and said, hey, I feel ripped off, or hey, this sucks, or hey, that guy's an asshole. This is a situation where multiple people, and I think at this point it's 6 different people, including some other folks that are into doing the whole review scene and everything on YouTube, have gotten in touch with me and said, hey, do you remember back when you were telling people that PMP was a quality way to spend money? Well, you need to be aware of what you put your name on and what's going on and what has gone on, and that there are people who have spent money going as far back as February and have not gotten what they paid for. And here's the saga. So there's the background, okay, of what's going on and why I'm here making this video. I could have just said, not my problem, not my circus, not my monkey. But because I was previously involved, and because there are people that, I mean, it's kind of awesome, but at the same time, it's like a little bit of like, whoa. People will spend money or not spend money because I will do a video and I will recommend stuff. And so there are people that have spent money on this company because I made a video and said, I think this is worth spending money on. So that's why I'm here. That's why I'm in this. Now again, this is not me saying, because I have not had personal experience with this company in quite a while. I'm not saying, fuck this guy, fuck this company. I'm not saying these people are 100% right. I'm not saying he's right. I'm giving you, I feel like it's my responsibility to come here and present you with information. And I want you guys to do your due diligence. And I want you guys to then take this and use it to make further decision-making processes, okay? I want you to have all the information if you're going to go out and spend money on stuff. Everybody works for their money. Most people work for their money, and nobody wants to get ripped off. And you know what? The thing is, I have screwed up and let people down too on this channel. Like, I did that giveaway, and I bring it up often because accountability is important and integrity is important. I screwed up and I overextended myself, and I wanted to do something awesome and make people excited. And also I did it to try to bring more people to the channel and everything, and it did not work out because I overestimated what I could handle all at once. And I had to spend time making up for that and saying, boys, guys, I biffed it. And so that's why now I don't do giveaways like that anymore. And so I do understand that mistakes get made. But what I've never done is tried to sell a service or a product and taken money from people and then not delivered on that. That's different than, like, and maybe you guys don't agree, but I think that's different than saying, like, hey, I'm going to give you something for free, and then people have had to wait a while, and I've had to replace stuff. And I'm not saying it's okay. I'm not saying it's okay that I screwed up that giveaway, and it took me, it did take me almost a year to make good on everything, like to have to track down missing stuff and send replacements. And there's a couple people that still tell me, like, hey, I still never got my stuff, and I'm like, well, at this point, I have replaced your item, and I know for a fact I have replaced your item, so if you're still telling me you didn't get it, I don't know, it's a little sketchy, but it's neither here nor there. But I understand that when something got away from me, like, you adjust fire, you make corrections, you move on. You don't go with the exact same thing that you haven't been able to sustain, because the textbook definition of insanity is repeating the same process and expecting different results. It's just, you don't do that. So anyway, and I will intercut this with screenshots of messages I got, and I'm going to redact names and stuff, like, everybody's going to remain anonymous. But apparently what's been going on is that people have been paying for this box. They have not received what they've been paying for. or they have received what they feel is not the value that they paid. Now, so that's the nature of boxes. If you know, I mean, I make my YouTube money, so to speak, on part of it on saying this box is not the value it's worth, and trying to expose some of that. But then it goes deeper than that. Then we get people that apparently compare what they get, and they're not getting the same stuff in the same month boxes, to say, for like, so this guy's not really providing the box service. He's just sending out whatever. He's taking the money. Again, you know, I'm saying this is not me saying it has happened. This is what is being relayed to me. Okay, this is just me telling you what people have said. You know, so now I'm seeing these messages from people that are now supposedly just now in August getting things filled from like March and stuff like that. Now, while this was all going on, apparently people were being told, "I'm working on it. He's getting it done." It wasn't getting done. The money, where did the money go? I don't know. It's not entirely clear. People are very upset because while this business was falling apart and not being taken care of, there have been posts on the PMP page of like dude going fishing, dude partying it up, I guess, on his personal page, and people feel like the money that was spent on the product was being spent on personal partying and things like that. I cannot tell you what really happened, but I can tell you that it is not. Again, it is multiple people presenting me with multiple pieces of evidence that they consider evidence, saying guy's been taking and not delivering, and that's not okay. What looks like to me is going on is that, and the guy's still collecting money for boxes from people, and delaying shipping, and using the money that he's taking in now and trying to use that to fund the boxes that are way overdue for like months and months. And that's Bernie Madoff level. If you're familiar with, the Bernie Madoff scam, his kind of pyramid scheme he had, he was like an investment dude that people thought was an investment genius. I mean, millionaires got suckered by him, and so he would take your money and promise you a giant return, but he would basically embezzle it and do whatever, and then when the next millionaire came and invested, he'd take that money that was for investing and then pay you off with that and be like, oh, here's your money, and, you know, there was no investment. It was just robbing Peter to pay Paul, basically. And that's what people think is going on. Some of the people have sent me messages that they have sent saying, dude, you're in over your head, just stop and let it go. And, you know, the other thing is, like, I get criticism on my channel. I do. I respond to it. Sometimes I respond to a lot of my criticism. People say, you have anger issues. I don't. I respond in character because people like AngryDocP, but I let my criticism stand. I don't block people who criticize me because I think that's shitty. Apparently, people are saying they have been totally blocked when they criticize, when they ask questions, and that's bad for transparency. And there's a lot of angry people that have had to go through the PayPal process to get refunds months later. Just a bad way to go do business. Now, reasons have been brought up, like there's COVID supply chain, throughout COVID supply chain problems and this and that. And that, sure, but at the same time, Smoky Mountain's been delivering boxes. Battle Box, as crappy as they are, and I hate them, has been delivering boxes. Barrel and Blade has been delivering boxes. There's a whole host. Tac Pack has been delivering boxes. The concept that's an alarm, from my point of view, that one man's business has been completely shut down because of COVID supply chain problems, when every other business is able to continue, even with a reduced value, even with crappy items, to continue to at least deliver product. it's sketchy to me at best. And that's just my opinion. Now, I did reach out to the proprietor of PMP, and I told him flat out, I said, listen, I'm getting these things. I have had good dealings with you in the past. I would like to give you an opportunity for you to speak to this. And I'm going to give you a screenshot of what exactly the response I got on the email so that you can see what he had to say. So, you know, you can take it for what it is. I personally do not have a horse in this race as the light drops and you can't even see me. But, again, I feel like I have a responsibility in this community, having been someone who said, hey, this is a good product you can put your money into. And having had so many people reach out to me because, you know, like, I am not a big YouTuber, but my voice does go farther than theirs does, I guess. You know, an individual consumer, and they thought maybe this was a way to do it. Maybe having this video go out will foster some kind of better response. I don't know. All I care about, you guys, you know that I care about people getting ripped off. I think it's terrible. I think it shouldn't happen, and I try to fight against it. And you know, and I talk about this all the time as well. And I had this conversation just the other day. People have asked me and said over and over, hey, you should do your own monthly subscription box. Why don't you do your own, blah, blah, blah. And my answer is always the same, because it's not as easy as people think. And I would never put myself in the position to take your money and let you guys down. And if you don't have the infrastructure and I can't think of the other word I want to use right now, to sustain it, that is what is going to happen. And it is incredibly hard to sustain that kind of thing. And the last thing I would want to do is to start up this business and to let people down. And it would appear that it is, you know, guess what? It is, yeah, I will critique things as a consumer, but I'm also not stupid enough to try to take your money and promise you something I can't deliver. And when it was suggested to this guy that, like, dude, you're in over your head, maybe you should stop, he said, no, I'm not gonna, and continue to take my, I don't know. What is the takeaway from this? Please consider a lot of options before you spend your money. And also please consider that shit does happen. People can go into things with the best of intentions and stuff falls apart. Stuff does fall apart. It doesn't mean somebody walked into a scenario looking to rip you off or intending to take your money and not deliver, but stuff goes over people's heads and people jump into that. I like to use a lot of analogies, don't you? The military taught me that during counseling with people, try to reach them from different backgrounds. People like to jump in the deep end of the pool, and sometimes they don't realize how deep that deep end is, and they think they're gonna jump in and pop to the surface, and everything's gonna be fine, and they realize that they thought they were jumping into 6 feet of water, and it's an 18-foot deep pool, and it's really hard to get back to the surface of that water once you hit the bottom of the 18-foot pool. You know what I mean? People get in over their heads, and sometimes it is really hard, and so with the best of intentions, what do they say? The road to hell is paved with good intentions. So, you know, this is, like I said, this is not a video about fuck that guy. This is a video about, I'm sorry you guys can't even see me. This is a video about maybe the dude just got in over his head. Or whatever. Or maybe the guy's a complete scammer and set us up for, you know, some good months and then started stealing money from, I don't know. Maybe he'll see this video and we'll chime in. Maybe from the result of this video, we'll get to do a live. We'll get Jason from PMP and we'll get some of the people that are really angry. Maybe we'll do a sit down. Maybe we'll get a discussion out of it. I don't know. But I was asked, honestly, I was asked to do what I consider to be like a hit piece. And I said, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. What I will do is put out some information from both sides. And I will say, because I have been involved in this earlier, I will say, please guys, do your due diligence before you spend some money. Okay? Take a look at what the history is. Take a look at where it is now. And you know, whenever I'm going to buy something, I look for reviews online. I look for the most current stuff on it. No matter what it is, I never jump blindly. Yes, that's not true. I'm lying through my teeth. Sometimes I get so excited I just want to buy. But take this video for what it's worth. If you do some searching, you will find some people that have some stuff that want to talk to you about this. And I invite everybody to comment with what your personal experience with PMP is. Like I said, I have not named any names because I'm not going to do that. But if you want to join in the discussion and share your experience, go for it. If you want to put your name out there in this open forum. Jason from PMP, since you do share your name, I will use it. If you want to provide information to people and you want to respond to this, open forum, man. Respond to this. Tell people what is going on. Don't just say you're going to fix it. Give us a plan on how you're going to fix it. You know, everybody makes mistakes. Things get fucked up. But I don't know what else to say. I don't know what else to say, and I'm not going to keep babbling. I have promised some people that I would do what I can, and this is the very best that I can do. So I'm sorry this is not exciting. I had cool knives that I was going to show you, I was going to play with to keep it interesting, but this is not a situation anybody would want to be in the middle of, and I'm sorry this sucks, but it sucks. It is what it is. It's the nature of the beast sometimes. I will help people out whenever and wherever I can, and if this is something I can do that kind of helps resolve this situation, I hope. I'm not overestimating my own value in this. I hope this helps and doesn't just add fuel to the drama fire. I don't know. But anyway, guys, thank you for watching and listening. As always, hi, can you see me? You are all absolutely awesome. I appreciate everybody out there. I appreciate folks who value me and my voice enough to come to me for help. And I hope that this helps you at least feel heard. And I'll be back again real soon.